Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of September for the sign of Aquarius. If you have sun, moon or rising in Aquarius, or if you are a cross watcher and someone who's dear to your heart is an Aquarius, this might be the video that you want to watch. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. If you've been with me for a while or if you just joined, thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. I really appreciate your support. If you are interested in a private reading with me, please go ahead and contact me, finding my contact information in the About tab. With that, let's start the reading and let's see what kind of messages we are going to receive for Aquarius for the month of September 2023. What is coming? What do we need to know? What is the emphasize? What are there for us to know? Let's find out together. Wow, I see some of you. Well, number one, be very careful with your driving. I'm going to get back to this in the end, but this is what I see. Specifically, if you are driving and you're talking or texting, be careful. There is a firm decision that you want to make. I see love is coming. Some of you have a love message or you are feeling in love. There is a love. Love is definitely in the center of your reading. Wow, sorry about that. Some of you are messaging someone. I see texting. It could be someone who's on the other part of the world or other city or other part of this, I don't know, the side of the town or the country. This is a long distance relationship, but I see that it's actually you're getting closer, and even if you have been far from each other, now it's at a level that you're getting closer and closer to each other. Things might get more serious between you. There's something that you guys are maybe even negotiating or talking about. I definitely see serious conversation in a good way, like something that you are trying to basically pick the next step, go toward the next step, talk about what is next, which is actually very beautiful. Be careful about I don't know, like misplacing information. There might be something that you share accidentally. Again, be careful about your communication. You might not want to share something that you were not meant to, you were not supposed to say to someone. For some, I'm seeing that you're missing someone dearly. Maybe you met them, you saw them. Because I feel the energy of travel. Maybe you had a travel and you met them, you saw them, and now you kind of miss them. It could be that you didn't travel and then we just miss your person. You miss someone very, very dearly. But some people I feel like they are in isolation. They are by themselves, or they are not sharing this feeling, like truly you're not sharing with that person. You don't like pick up the phone and tell them, hey, I miss you. There is some layer of I don't know what it is, proud or something, that is stopping one of these people to kind of call each other and talk really like openly and say, hey, I miss you, I want to see you. But these two people are very close to each other, like they can be soulmates, but there's still some layers. It looks like there's a wall between them. It's not that they don't talk to each other or there's something wrong with their connection, or I just see that they don't want to confess. Maybe both parties or one of them, they don't want to confess their feelings, and their mixed feelings. Someone needs to make a final decision, a very firm decision. It needs to come from both sides, or maybe one side is initiating that firm decision and you need to complete an action. I see hesitant energy. Someone is hesitating, or someone is trying to I feel lack of directness, lack of going to the conclusion, just saying what you want to say. But I see that this is going to happen. They're going to open their mouth. If it's your partner, if it's your other side, if someone is exactly behaving how as I said, and they're not giving you what you want to hear, finally they start talking. But there needs to be a firm decision made before them. Maybe you need to have an action, maybe you need to ask them, or I don't know, it's different for everyone. But in the end, there's something that finally they start talking. There is some overdue, past due conversation, feelings that's going to be shared, and you and or your partner are sharing that with you. In your universe, I see that you only have yourself. Like, it's not that you have other options and they have other options. I don't see that. You two are very connected. Someone might buy a mirror, like a hand mirror, which is very nice, or if someone gives it to you, it's really, really beautiful. If you can buy a hand mirror, I think it's very nice. It's a good thing. It's a good time maybe to buy a mirror. It brings a lot of luck for you. Even like a small mirror that usually ladies have in their purse, something like that. It's a beautiful time for some self reflection. Maybe you need to get back to what you need to know more about yourself, how things are going for you. We have the full moon basically happening in your second house in Pisces. For some of you, there is some kind of decision making regarding money, regarding properties, regarding second house finances, which is actually very good. You will secure something, and I see this ring of gold, this golden light ring. Something is going to be bound, something is going to be tied, something is going to be yours, and I see magical energy around it. Either you find some information which is very helpful for you, you can close or you can tie loose ends for some relationship, for some transaction, for some issue, which is actually very, very good, and it's coming to an end. Your maybe frustration, some of you, maybe you have been waiting to find a job, you were frustrated. Some of you, maybe you have been waiting to buy a house, get into a relationship, and all that. I can see that now is coming to an end, and you kind of fly to the next level. It's a very nice time. You might have some super luck on your side, and you might feel very lucky. For some of you, things might start to work in your favor after a long time. Again, I see two options, or maybe you have two things that are on your mind. Maybe you have two kids, two children, two options. I see some charity work regarding orphans or orphanage. If you, I don't know, maybe for some of you, if you can help orphanage or places that they take care of children, that would be very, very good karmic, like good energy for you, which is wonderful. Someone might be really worried about taking care of two kids. Maybe if you know some people who don't have enough income, or they have difficulties for their day-to-day life, maybe you can help them, because I see you have financial growth. There's a beautiful blessing coming into your life financially, and if you can give some money to people who are in need, that would be a very, very nice blessing for you. I see someone is disappointed and is leaving your life, but it's in a good way. This I think it was a past due, overdue relationship, some cuttings, or definitely there's gonna be some things that was cut in the past, some decisions that was made in the past, but it was not, maybe you cut with someone, but still they were calling you and they were trying to see if still there's a way for the second chance or something like that. And I see that finally it's a go decision, so they're gonna leave, or you're gonna leave. Something that was very hesitantly handled or managed in the past months. It can be regarding a job offer, regarding, it can be anything, a relationship. Maybe someone was thinking about leaving to a new job, and they were thinking of, I'm hesitant. So I see that your hesitations are coming to an end. For a lot of you, I see travel. There is a travel that brings a lot of, light and visibility, wisdom to your life. Look at this beautiful, like it looks like a full moon is gonna bring a lot of clarity for you. Either you provide clarity for other people, you kind of tell them a final yes or no, or you will receive a final yes or no from someone that's going to be providing clarity for you, and that's really, really nice. What else? Well, I see a strong female energy. Either if you're female energy, I feel like, again, as I said, you have superpowers, or you feel very, very powerful, or again, luck is on your side. It's not that everyone is gonna feel powerful. You're gonna have some downloads. You're gonna have some visions. Maybe some lucky accidents happen that you will say that, oh, I was really really lucky. That was close. So be careful with that. I see that the responsibility is given to a female energy, very delicate. It can be a baby, it can be a commitment, it can be something that they should really 24/7 take care of it. And some of you, it can be very much a healing. If someone was sick, if they had health issues, I see that they are recovered, they are healed, and to them this is a second chance, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna now be very careful with my health. For example, if they had, like, I don't know, like they were diabetics and they had a like problem, and then they say, if I survive, I'll make sure I'll be careful. And now that's what it happens. The second chance is provided, and they take it very seriously. Very good news. So some of you, when you are very very busy and in the time that you least expected a good news, it comes. Some of you, from in a very big crowd, you might see a familiar face, someone who you know, or someone who you were looking to see them. Maybe you go pick someone up in an airport, or they come pick you up. Again, I see in a big crowd, there is one person standing out. Or maybe for you, you are standing out for someone in a big crowd. You are their choice, you are their connection. For those who are thinking about, or your question is, or whatever you have, your intention for this reading was love and romance, I can tell you that this person is committed. And even if you feel like they are not always present, you feel like they have other people in their life, that's not the case. I don't see that. They're just very busy and disturbed with other things in their life. There's nothing that they hide, but it's just hesitant. They're very very hesitant. Again, sleeping and taking rest, I feel that energy myself very much, specifically with the full moon end of August. We all need to take it easy. You might have amusing dreams, you might have dreams about money, or some dreams that when you wake up you feel really good and you say that, wow, that was a wonderful dream. Some people might come for a sleepover, or you might go somewhere to sleep over. You might, I don't know, maybe you're sleeping in a hotel or somewhere that's new for you, and I see connections that somehow that will influence your sleep pattern, or how your dreams are different. I see in a new location you might have new or weird dreams. If you're playing theater, or if you're in any kind of art, I see that things are changing. Maybe there's a new group of people that you're working with, you're collaborating with. If you have a band, if you're a musician, you might start working with new people. I see someone is like maybe you're a music writer, or somehow you sit in quiet and peace and solo work that you need to do, but then after you share it with other people, like someone who writes a paragraph or whatever, and then it shares with others. Or maybe you have a vlog, or you have a podcast, because I see someone is working on something solo and then they share it with other people. And I see a male energy. Some of you need to buy a new furniture. I mean, your work office furniture is not in a good shape, and I see that you're spending a lot of hours in your office. Some of you might start working from home, or find a job if you are looking for a job. Wow, now I see 4 female energies, spiritual. They're sitting at a table and they're talking. I see one of them has a problem, and the 3 others are praying for this person. Again, this is an energetic thing. It's not that, again, some of you might really go to church with your friends and pray, but again, not for everyone is this the case. But for everyone, I see this collective spiritual energy, that some people are even, they light candles and they are praying. It can be that some people are really, I don't know, they have this tradition of maybe in a temple, they sit and they light candles and they pray as a team or group of 3 or 4. If that's the case, I don't know if this such thing exists. If that's the case, it is being done, or is recommended to be done. Spirituality is very, very highlighted and pronounced here. You're building a bridge between past and future. For some of you, as I said, you feel very lucky, or something happens that takes you, like, I don't know, how can I say, like a shortcut, something that you had to work for 6 years will happen in a year, and you will really like that. All those years that was wasted is going to be given back to you. So you're going to be reimbursed. Some of you get reimbursement either from the agents, like from insurance, or from whatever agency that it could be. I see that the check is being sent to you. You are going to be reimbursed for something that you had lost, a loss. If you had any kind of, I don't know, something that could be paid back to you, or you borrowed, the money comes back to you. Some repairs at home, I see number 6. Maybe some repairs at home that you want to do. Maybe you ask for a loan, but it's actually very good. Try to start the paperwork, but don't execute it until mid-September, when Venus and Mercury are basically straight, like, and they're not in retrograde anymore. Now we have a lot of planets in retrograde, so things might not go very fast. For Aquarius in particular, things might have gone super slow, but as I said, it's going to be given back to you. Any energy, any money, anything that you feel you didn't deserve this much delay, you didn't deserve this much unfairness, it's going to be given back. So don't worry. Universe knows that, and universe is working on that. Again, light candles if you can. I see a lot of candles for a lot of your wishes and prayers. I see a yes answer. Someone is raising their hand. I don't know exactly what it can be. It can be that you find a knowledge, you might volunteer to do something, you might again volunteer to do something, or you'll be asked to do some kind of task. I see again the energy of charity very, very pronounced. Try to avoid sea travels. Don't swim in the ocean, don't go on lake. Accidents in water might be might happen a lot, specifically with the full moon, and it's going to be in your second house. It can affect your property, it can affect your car, your boat. Like it can be losses that you might have if you had an accident. If I hope not, but if you had something that was like flooded, or your car was flooded, the agency or the insurance will pay back. But yeah, and as I said, be careful with your driving. Make sure you have your fasten your seat belt even you're driving, or if you're flying. Make sure you take these measures, these security measures, because it's very prone to accidents. And for most part, I see property accident or money damage that you maybe even you need to pay to the other person. Specifically, if you're driving next to a school, or very young people come and go, they might be, or children, be very, very cautious. Don't be texting and driving. Don't be drunk or under any substance when you're driving, because I totally see someone who's tired, or they're not in a well state of mind, or maybe they're very angry and they're driving and they might have an accident, and I sit with a little girl or a teenager, and this can just change and ruin their life. So be very, very cautious in your transportation. And maybe someone is driving with your car and this happens, because I see you're more liable to the damage, like you have to pay, you might lose some money or something like that. So this full moon might give you a quick reaction to something, a quick decision to something that you might say very quickly, and it actually tends to be bad for you in a way that you need to, I don't know, spend some time or money and fix it. Be careful and considerate on that. For some of you, there's something happening that your heart is shining. You feel light in your heart, you feel very happy, you feel very thankful. And maybe that's what I saw previously, that you will even be very thankful. Maybe you have a spiritual gathering for thankfulness, for gratitude. You are able to do a lot of things. Again, I see a lot of powers for you, not because of the physically you're getting powerful, but I see, as I said, things line up for you in the best possible way. Things are lined up for you. This full moon, your second house, is going to bring a lot of clarity, maybe wisdom for you to where, for example, to invest your money, how to, I don't know, like something, maybe even ideas, creativity that brings a lot of money for you. As I said, some of you might start having a business on social media, like a podcast or a music, something like that. And that's going to be very, very nice for you. Venus is still in retrograde, so be careful. Your relationships are going to be under influence as well. But as I said, clarity is coming to relationships, and that's actually good for you. Well, my dear Aquarius, that was the reading for you guys for the month of September. I hope that you liked the reading. Thank you so much, and until the next time, as always, stay blessed.